So this is a kind of painting I find exciting. I love the colour, I love the shapes. It's got a feeling of movement. It's interesting to look at. There's a lot of detail in there and you can kind of get lost in it. This is a kind of painting I would like people to buy and buy from me, hopefully. Unfortunately, a lot of people go for traditional stuff, which I said in the previous video, if you watched that recently, but it's a bit of a mindset thing. It's very hard to get people to look at different types of art. And one of the reasons I'm doing this channel is to actually show people what else there is out there without it sounding kind of a bit snooty or arty kind of thing. I'm just the same as you. Nothing special. I just happen to paint the stuff, but I really want to try and attract people to looking at new types of art. Say modern art. I don't like the phrase modern art because that, as I said before, it kind of conjures the image of people throwing stuff on a canvas, which isn't modern art. That's just a bloody mess. But constructive, proper design, good coloration, good art is very interesting and it's affordable. There's a lot of good art out there. As I said before, if you're interested in having a look what's out there, just type in contemporary modern art into a search engine and it will bring up loads and loads of stuff. But try and specify modern artist or something like that, so you can actually go to the source of the work. And that is the key thing. Go to the source of the work, buy direct from the artist, support the artist, knock out the middleman, and you will actually find there's a lot of work out there. So this particular painting here, I said it's a painting, it's actually a drawing in an acrylic pen. It measures, I've just measured it, I think it's about 16 by 14 inches, something like that. So it's a little bit bigger than I usually do. Like I say, if you have a look at it here, I'm going to put some various close-ups of it so you can get a closer look. And it's just something I like to do. You can kind of get lost in something like this. You can kind of look at it, revisit it, and you'll see something different each time. Hopefully it's not boring. And that's the thing I think a piece of artwork should be. It should be something you can revisit. You're happy with it on your wall. Somebody might enter the room, look at it and think, oh, I can see such and such in that. I can see, I don't know, a rabbit, a cat or something in that. And you might not have ever seen that before because somebody's looking at it from a different perspective, because we all interpret things slightly different. I don't know what colours you see. You don't know what colours I see, because we can only look through our own eyes. We can't look at anybody else's. We haven't got the privilege of looking through somebody else's eyes to see what something looks like. So we kind of generalise things here, say, oh, it's a yellow, it's a red or whatever. How do I know it's a red? It's just this kind of colour, this kind of what would you call it? A kind of contrasting shape and colour that I see. But is it the same red that you see? Who knows? I don't know. Probably not. But yeah, so I think that's the interesting thing about work. I enjoy doing these types of paintings. I kind of find them relaxing, and I like to segment the canvas into different portions. So hopefully if you don't like one particular bit, you're going to find something else that you like. But as a general whole, you're going to find the thing pleasing to look at, and that's the thing. And the other thing I'll say about artwork is, especially kind of graphic art like this, it's like anything, our tastes change over time. Kind of appreciation of colours and things like that change. It's even like fashion. I mean, art and fashion are quite close together. What you like in your 20s and 30s, you might not like in your 50s, 60s and 70s. And that's the same thing with a painting. It's going to kind of evolve with you. So you might see something in that, oh yeah, I really like that shape now. And then as you get older, you think, well, I kind of like that bit as well. You might relate it to somebody else who's actually seen the painting and commented on it with you. You might relate it to a visit from somebody. All these kind of things come into play and it's like gels together. It's like if I listen to a piece of music, my brain is pretty weird, as you can imagine. If I hear a piece of music that I like, more often than I'll hear it, perhaps if I'm in the car, something like that, I can tell you exactly where I was when I heard that piece of music. And I'm sure a lot of people are the same. If there's something you really like and you hear it for the first time, you'll tend to remember where you heard it. If you see something on television, you remember where you were, who you were with when you saw it, a significant moment in time perhaps. It's a very similar kind of thing with a piece of artwork. If you look at something, you will remember basically where you were, where you saw it and who you were with. It's that kind of connection. It becomes weaved into your sort of history, if you like. And so I think that's the thing about art that I quite like, is it kind of follows you through, if you like. It becomes kind of part of your makeup, part of your life, and something you're familiar with. And that's why it's kind of important to buy something you like, because it is going to follow you through your life. It's going to be part of you. Anyway, so this paint, I did this with acrylic pen, like a marker pen, so it is kind of waterproof. I haven't varnished it or anything fancy like that, just left it as it is. Quite happy really as it is. I did a much bigger one, but I might cover that in a later video perhaps. But I just thought you might find that kind of interesting. I did it in, I think this is 2023 that I did it. I'll have a look on the back and put it up. I think it was 2023, something like that. And again, just kind of freehand. So if I had to put my brain on a canvas, this would probably be what it looked like, which is quite worrying really, isn't it? But there we go. So I hope you've enjoyed taking a look at that. If you want to drop a comment, please do so below. And feel free to share the video, so it gives you a little bit more of an insight as to how I work, what I like, what I don't like, and why you should actually be investing in artwork. And say invest, it doesn't have to be expensive. Artwork doesn't have to be expensive. You can buy original artwork for quite a reasonable amount of money. If you've got, say you've got 100 quid cash and you just want to kick off a collection, you could do it absolutely no problem whatsoever. But always buy from the artist directly. Avoid high street galleries, online galleries, because they're just channeling you into easy sales. They just want to make a quick buck. Always go direct to the artist. So happy Googling. Hope you find something of interest. Hope it might even be mine. And I shall see you very, very soon. You take care of yourselves. I'll be in touch soon. Cheerio. Bye.